Lesson 97 is ratios. So today is a new lesson. We have not talked about ratios before. So let's get a definition of what a ratio is. A ratio is a way of describing a relationship between two numbers. For example, if there are 12 boys and 18 girls in the class, the ratio of boys to girls in the class is 12 to 18. When we write ratios, we write them as fractions. And we write the terms of the ratio in order from top to bottom. So if you see in the problem, they had the words ratio of boys to girls in the class is 12 to 18. We would write 12 to 18 as the fraction 12 over 18. But we need to reduce ratios just like we reduce fractions. So 12 over 18, if I divide the top and the bottom by 3, 12 over 18 would reduce to 4/6, and it looks like I can divide one more time to reduce to 2/3. So here's an example. There were 12 girls and 16 boys in the class. What was the ratio of boys to girls? Well, the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to look for the question, what was the ratio? Okay? You have to find that question first because the order they put it in, boys to girls, because they said the word boys first, not in the sentence part of the problem, but in the question part of the problem. Because they had the word boys first, we have to make sure that our fraction has boys first. So what I'd like you to do is write B over G. That's the very first thing you need to do on ratios is write a fraction with letters. The B stands for boys, the G stands for girls. Notice, in the sentence, the girls came first, but in my fraction, girls do not come first. It's because I need to look for the question, what was the ratio, and whatever came first there, that's what goes on top of the problem over here. Then we're going to put an equal sign, and then we're going to look back in the problem. B stands for boys. That's not boys. This is boys. So I need to put the number 16 on top. G stands for girls. There's my girls. The number 12 goes underneath. Now, the one thing that you're going to be tempted to do is you're going to want to change this to a mixed number. But we do not change ratios to mixed numbers. We do reduce them, though. So we're going to reduce 16/12 by 4 to get 4 over 3. And I know that looks weird, but just like reciprocals, we do not convert improper fractions to mixed numbers for ratios or reciprocals. So we're going to leave it as 4 to 3. Now, if they did this and they listed girls first and then boys second, well, this entire thing would be flipped upside down. The G, let's do it way down here. The girls would come on top, the boys would come on bottom, the 12 would come on top, the 16 would come on bottom, the 3 would come on top, the 4 would come on bottom. That's only if they listed girls first. It would be the exact opposite. It would be the reciprocal, but they didn't list the girls first. They listed the boys first. So it doesn't matter what order this comes in. It matters what order the question comes in. So be really careful when you're doing your practice problems.